Hello, travelers. I'm Wheelchair Jimmy, and I'm rolling through Seattle today here to give you some accessibility tips if you're coming to Seattle for the very first time. You know, the mass transit here is just excellent. If you come into the airport, you can get to downtown in a number of different ways. The Shuttle Express has a handicap accessible van. They'll take you anywhere in the city you'd like to go. The taxis have wheelchair accessibility. You can roll right into the taxis. The Metro buses are handicap accessible, and the Seattle Sound Transit, the light rail, is very easy to get onto, very easy to roll into, take it all the way down to downtown for about $3, so a very good price as well. You know, once you're downtown, just note that some of the streets are really steep, dangerously steep. I typically like to stay sort of north of Union and Pike, and it's just a lot leveler in those areas. When you get south of Union, the streets start to have a lot of steepness to them. Now, if you're going to the attractions in Seattle, you might try the Pacific Science Center. That's where the Space Needle is, the EMP, the Experimental Music Project, the Science Center itself, Key Arena, all very wheelchair accessible. Now, while I'm there, the only challenge I have is the parking. There's an odd shape to all these properties, a lot of one-way streets, so I typically just valet park at the Space Needle. You can also get there from the Westlake Shopping Center via the monorail, and that too is wheelchair accessible. Now you can also go to the Ferris wheel, which is brand new on the waterfront in Seattle, very accessible. You can go to Pike's Place Market. Everyone goes there. It's a lot of fun. The key there is to park at the right spot. I typically park on Western Avenue. There are two lots right next to the elevator. I've marked those on our website. If you park in those particular spots, you take the elevator up, take the sky bridge across into the marketplace. Very easy. When you're in the marketplace, there are four restrooms, two that are brand new. They're huge, very wheelchair accessible. They are not well marked in the marketplace. I have marked them, I think, pretty well on our website, so you might try that. While you're in the market, you might find that some of those restaurants there are not wheelchair accessible. Now, you can also, if you're looking for things to do, you can think about the underground, but I would tell you to avoid it because there are multiple steps. Some of my friends have gone, they love it, but it is just not wheelchair accessible. Now, if you're south of town, just south of Pioneer Square, there's the Mariner Stadium, the Seahawks Stadium, both stadiums built not that long ago, both very wheelchair accessible. There's a lot of pregame and postgame activity in the Pioneer Square area, and after its namesake, Pioneer, some of those buildings down there are very old. Some of the restrooms are not wheelchair accessible. I have marked those also on the site. If you're down there in Pioneer Square, I would tell you to stay along First Avenue, which is very level, very easy to get around. Now, if you want to have an adventure while you're in Seattle, get on the ferry boats. They're all very wheelchair accessible. You can roll on, you can drive on. They have elevators, accessible restrooms. It's just a great way to see Bainbridge Island or get up to the San Juans. Very easy access. You can also do the cruise boats. The cruise boats leave out of Pier 66 right downtown, right on the waterfront. They also leave out of Pier 91, which is about 2.5 miles north. You'll need some transportation to get there. Now, the cruise boats are very accessible, very easy to get on and off. Many commercial elevators, many 5-star accessible restrooms, and each of the cruise boats have about 20 wheelchair accessible staterooms. A great trip. I've done the Alaska cruise. You will enjoy it as well. So I hope you come to see Seattle. It's a great, accessible town. I hope you come and visit wheelchairjimmy.com, where we review and rate hotels, restaurants, cruise boats, city attractions, and mass transportation. Roll on, America.